Okay, great. Yeah, so if you don't know who I am, I'm Nakia Shade. I'm a nationally award-winning American author and artist, and I'm also the creator of the Mami Wata Sister Revenge audiobook drama on YouTube called Song of Wata. So if you don't know what Song of Wata is about, it is about two sisters, Niambe, who is a griot, and Sela, who is a pirate, and their journey of revenge after being betrayed by the humans in their lives, by the human side of their family, and their journey of revenge and what their life looks like. It has pirates, it has Mami Wata, it has Masala romance, so we got all types of romance in this one. And then it's about sisters and family and legacy, and it's based in uh, Cascadia, which is like a play on Pacific Northwest region. And so it is a audiobook drama right now. It's Masala fiction. It skews more towards like a folk tale masala fiction, so it's more like folk tale heavy, and it's something that you can listen to. The entire Act One is actually available to listen to. Let me grab that little image here. Sometimes I think I have the videos, images, and then I don't. That's what I want. So yeah, this is kind of like the log line for Song of Wata. It's two Mami Wata sisters sold by humans at Mermaid auction. They're estranged. One's a griot, the other's a pirate, and they decide the fate of their sisterhood, and they're oiled to the city of Cowrie, which is ruled by pirate Barbarossa. And um, this is geared towards like adults, so it's not for kids. It's more geared towards like 16 plus, 18 plus, and you can listen to it on YouTube. If you, let me show you the coloring page. If you join nakiashade.com, you can grab this month's coloring page, which is free. It's for adults, and it's a really cool coloring page. I colored it last stream actually, and this is like a video. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Oh,
Hi, Constellation.
me coloring it,
This
or
is the
rather like
coloring page
the
for
summary
January
of me coloring it.
2026. Let's see how I
Let's
did.
see.
And if you want to color along with me in the live stream, go to
And I'll drop the link
nakiashade.com
in
and
the
download
chat
your free
also.
coloring page. I'd love to see you color it. Traditional or digital, doesn't matter. I'd love to see it. All right, let's see what I did.
I dropped it in the chat and I have a banner as well.
Wow. Okay. It looks like it only took 50 seconds, but this took me 2 hours to make in Procreate. So if you'd like to see the process of it, you can go on my YouTube channel and look at today's live stream. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and may Parveen be your guiding star.
So yeah, that's this month's coloring page. It's a lot of fun for me to create these coloring pages every month, and like I said, they're free, so you don't pay anything to snag one and color in Procreate, color in Clip Studio Paint, Ibis Paint, Medibong, Photoshop. You can print it out and color it, and like use like all types of materials that you'd like to, interpret the colors as you like. And it's from chapter 9. No, actually, this clay page is based off of chapter 10, which hasn't been released yet, which is will be Act 2. It'll be released in Act 2. So this is like a chapter 10 coloring page. I also wanted to mention the greeting cards, and the giveaway is still going, by the way. It's still going. We still have the giveaway. Let's switch over to that one. So the giveaway is you can enter to win one of these greeting cards. And to do so, you just follow me on socials and you join tier 2 of my school community. And you have until the 17th, which is not a lot of time, which is tomorrow. To do so. So if you haven't already signed up, you can do so today. And I would love to have you all join the community. Oops. I'd love to see more people in the school community. I'd love to see more people um, interact and join. I'm still like new on that platform for that in particular, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. I go into like behind the scenes of each episode. I go into like the process for creating the thumbnails. I have a glossary of all the terms that I use in Act 1 for the story, so you're like aware of what the words mean and everything. And then I also have the greeting cards, which I would love to um, do more of specifically for tier 2, because I currently only have these on like for sale at like both coffee and books. However, I would love to create some for you guys exclusively. So these are what these look like. And it matches. I'm all purple today, y'all. Imagine the purple. It's like all these really pretty purple colors. There's also other colors here too. And let's make sure my camera, you can see all the ones on the wall. The ones on the wall are what I have in stock through both coffee and books. There's not a lot left because they sell out every year. So just letting you all know. And these are greeting cards. So they look really nice on the inside. I'm trying to find the ones that I had for demo purposes. Let's see here. Well, I'll just take it out. So if you don't know what it looks like, really nice paper collage art. Looks like this. And the back is just a bit of a story. This is an old version of the story, so the new versions for this year will update to like what the story is currently. On the back there is a QR code as well, so you can scan that and it'll like take you to a page where you can grab those coloring pages. So if you like the cards, you can grab some coloring pages while you're at it. It's like on the inside, it's very high quality paper. I like the place that I get my stuff printed from is really high quality, so I really like working with them. They're based out of Vancouver, Washington, and so there are a couple locations around the U.S., but that one's based in Washington. So I really like what they do. They're really nice people, and the quality of their work is very good as well. Making sure the stream looks good on YouTube. It's a bit slow on my end for whatever reason. Okay, it sounds like it's fine. I'm just gonna check. Because sometimes when it like lags like that, it can be like really not too good. I'm just double checking. Yeah, no, it sounds good. Okay, fine. Fine there. Twitch, I know it's fine on Twitch because I'm like the only person in there right now. Twitch, and then I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch right now. So we'll see where we get stragglers from. All right, and so tomorrow's the last day to join to receive one of these cards. Like I mentioned, they're all from my audiobook drama. Song of Wata. Let's do one at a time. And so it's all original paper collage art. Very pretty. This is Niambe and Sela. So this is like a moment in the story where it's good happy times. And before revenge. Before revenge. And this is another character in the story that we haven't met yet. But she loves birds, and a lot of people really like this one a lot. And I've had women purchase these and use them for like meditation rooms, yoga rooms, diaries, like in the bathrooms, like framed, all types of stuff. So you can buy these and use them for whatever. You take them, they like hang in your office. You can use these for any sort of like aesthetic that you like that's really like chill and really calm. I don't like it, this like light thing happening here. Oh no, I think it's just my lighting looks weird today. It's all good. All right. So y'all know about the greeting cards, and you know about the coloring page, and I told you about the Song of Wata, about Song of Wata and what it's about. So you know that. And I showed you
All
the
right. Hi, Art
video
Stations.
of the
Coloring page for
coloring
January
page.
2026. Uh, let's see how
So
I did.
then
If you
now
want to color along with
I'll
me
talk
in a
about the
live
topic
stream,
for
go
tonight.
to nakiashade.com and download your free coloring page. I'd love to see you color traditional or digital, doesn't matter. I'd love to see it. All right, let's see what I did.
And I'll let this load up. And now, because I'm on Twitch, I'm kind of curious, like what sort of things I can get into. Um, I wanted to
Wow.
share a couple of things here.
Okay. um, it looks like it only took 50 seconds, but this took me 2 hours to make in Procreate. So if you'd like to see the process
I
of
would
it,
love
you
to know
can
how to
go to
like
my
connect my
YouTube channel and
screen
look at
so you
a
guys can
live
see my
stream.
screen when I'm drawing.
Other than that, thanks so much for
I don't know how
watching
to do
and
that
thank you
yet,
for being
and I
here.
tried with OBS but didn't work. Hmm. Hold on. I'm kind of curious now. I want to know if I can do this. Because I have a different setup than the last time I tried doing this. The last time I tried doing that, I did not have the setup that I have currently. Let me see if I can. Ah, wait. Maybe I can do it. Is it possible? Anything's possible. It's possible today. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna remove this. I don't think it's possible. No, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it understands how to do it. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I'm not gonna be on for too long anyway. It's okay. Okay, so the topic for today is my present self level up because I talked about my past self level up in the last stream. And so this stream, I want to yap with you about my present self level up. And that is like, it's kind of wisdom that I'd like to share with you guys and the sort of strengths I can lean on and the wisdom I can share with you. And then the kind of stuff I want to hear for myself now that I might need as I go through this current level up. And then the way I'm going to frame that is like in a way that the topic will be like, um, one of the stories that I can share is like I can't keep living like this. And so when I first started Song of Wata, I was like afraid to share my art with people because I'm not an artist. I've been trained by artists that are like Larissa Brown and Caleb Cleveland, who have worked with Nickelodeon and Netflix and Disney. But I didn't go to art school. I went to school to become a doctor initially, and then I decided what I wanted to do, which was media. So the time, the moment when I said I can't keep living like this was when I realized that I took like a risk on myself and wanted to learn more about media and entertainment and technology and communications. But I did all those things. I got my degree, but I was still afraid to share my art because I didn't feel like I was an artist. And that was even after winning America's Next Good Author semi-finalist and being published by Dark Horse. I still had a lot of fear and anxiety around sharing my art. I almost look kind of weird because it's like I'm used to having the color and show with you guys, and not having it on the screen looks weird. I think I'm gonna try to connect it. Hold on. Let's do that. That'll make me feel less weird. Then it gives you a little something to look at too. I mean, my beautiful face, is something you can look at, but also the art could be something you can look at. Let's see here. I don't know what's being weird with me. Hmm. I did want to share some doodles actually that I was working on. Um, oh, it still won't let me connect. It just tried to connect for some reason, and then it wouldn't. This thing sucks. Okay, give me a second. I'll go connect it, and then we'll get back to it. But honestly, I already have some illustrations I want to share with you guys. Okay, never mind, never mind. We're good. So these are like some of the doodles that I wanted to share, and then I'll keep talking about a time when I was like, I can't keep living like this. I need to share my art with the world. So this is a chapter 9, chapter 8, because this is when Niambe visits Sela. This is chapter 8, and we see a couple things are happening here. I don't want my mic to get messed up. So a couple things happening here. One is that Sela's hair gets all funky. Oh my gosh, no. Gets all funky and gets all like staticky when she gets angry and upset. So her hair kind of like coils around like snakes, kind of like a Medusa kind of thing happening over here. So that'll be interesting in later chapters. This is just for funsies, but it made me think about how her hair could be used in a different way. And this is Nyambe's Mami Wata form. Not her complete Mami Wata form, but just like her like basic Mami Wata form. This is Seal again. She really loves when Nyambe does her hair because she can't be bothered to do it. I'm gonna get my other camera so you guys can actually see this better. And this is the back. I think that's like the back form of Nyambe's hair. So let me show you guys. Like the back form of her hair, how it looks. I'm just thinking a bit more about like how to make that like the shape language of it in different environments. And then this one is the thing I'm still kind of playing around with in terms of like how Sela um, feels when she's at Sister Vivian's, whether it's like a experience that she generally, you know, has struggles and challenges with, or does she feel completely alone and ostracized. So just some kind of moment, probably like a Juma prayer moment or something, where she feels like super alone and it's just like with her ramen noodles or her chai or something, and just like being like, I hate it here. I hate it here. Okay, let me like grab the tripod and I'll be right Maybe I have to hook. Oh, okay. My bad. I had to hook up my mic and you guys couldn't hear me. Whoops. Okay, well, sorry about that. Okay. You can still hear me though, even if I'm not in view. So we're gonna leave it a little bit. So basically, what I was saying, I'll start. Basically, what I was saying was these are scenes from chapter 8, and I was thinking about these after I wrote. I sketched these a couple days ago, so these are pretty new. But just some things about the character. So this is of Sela, and after the slap, how her hair kind of curls up and looks kind of like little snakes. So something kind of to show her character and as a Mami Wata, like different aspects of the Mami Wata and how the hair moves and shifts and changes based on emotions. This is of Niambe in her Mami Wata form. Um, this is her like outfit that she wore the day of to meet Sela, and then there's like her tail. And I was explaining that Mami Wata have snake, not fish tails. And so the way that they curl and set on themselves when they're resting is different than a fish. And so I'm like, looking up National Geographic and YouTube videos and clips just to kind of like understand what needs to happen in order for the tails to look good. Because I like the idea of them having fish elements like the little fin, but I like the idea of the tail being snake instead of fish. So I'm going to play around with that a bit more. I know initially when I was doing this research for this, it talks about how the Mommy Water turn into snakes, and they have snake companions, and or no, how they turn into mermaids. But I was like, that's boring, so let's get snake tails. And then they have like the process of shedding and the stuff that comes with having a snake type element instead of a fish type element. Um, this is Sela, and just her being cute, having a moment where she admires how Nyame braids her hair because she doesn't braid her hair. Nyame does, so she's can't be bothered pretty much. That's why she either just wears a ponytail or it's just long and flowing and everywhere pretty much. And the little things I wasn't quite sure if I wanted her to have barrettes or the nettle or if I wanted flowers or whatever in her hair. So again, this is like sketching, kind of exploring everything, but I did like how this turned out. This is for Nyambe's hair and for me to kind of explore how her hair looks in the back. I haven't made thumbnails with her hair in the back yet, but I'm sure it's gonna happen. I'd like to explore it. Um, Kind of keeping in the theme of seven within the story of seven. There's a significance with that throughout this story. So the idea of seven, so we're having like seven curls or seven poofs or seven rows in the back or something that relates to that number of seven. And this scene is about Sela and her being afraid or ignored or alone and isolated when she's at Sister Vivian. So this is probably like a Friday Juma prayer that she's at, and she's just like with her chai or her ramen, maybe both, honestly, too, and just being there and just like wanting to just fade out into the background, not really caring. And so when I mentioned my present self level up, like I mentioned how I was nervous to, I was really nervous to share my art with others. And in my own kind of storytelling because I didn't feel like people would appreciate my work or appreciate like the type of characters I wanted to write about or the way that they looked either. That was another challenge of mine was making the characters. I won't even say like just like what other people wanted them to be. I just was just afraid that people would be like, okay, well, your characters should be darker, or your characters should be like, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I was worried that people would think that my characters were not dark enough and they didn't look African enough, whatever the heck that means. Because Africa is comprised of all different types of nationalities. And when American Africans and Black people think in America, think of Black, they think of the whatever they think of that comes to mind. But they're uneducated in that they don't understand that there's other types of Africans that exist that are of other races and mixed cultures and everything. And so that was the people that I was afraid of. But funny enough, most other people don't even read my stuff. So I guess we learned our lesson there that well, if you just draw and write and you create stuff, then you know who you're creating stuff for, then it makes more sense. And so I was really nervous about that. Let me share some more. Oh yeah, this is the scene that I was thinking about. Uh, he didn't know Seal is very intelligent. He's highly intelligent, and for her, hard sciences is like a breeze. She's great at math and understands directions, not just like how to follow them, but also how to plan things out. She's very methodical with organizing and having systems in place, and she likes things to be a certain way. And so this is a scene when she's at school at the Sister Vivian's Academy. Again, this is an academy for like college age women, and so it's just a scene where perhaps she's taking a test and she's finished like an hour before everybody else, and so she's just bored and she's just doodling and just dreaming about a life outside of the academy, life outside of Cowrie, and life away from Cascadia. She's interested in going to the Netherlands, Saba. And it was funny when I was like looking up places um, that she would be interested in and that places that she might, gravitate towards. And Saba, Netherlands is pretty nice. Um, it's a Caribbean island and the smallest municipality of the Netherlands, and it looks pretty great actually. Um, the population is 2,158. There's a dormant volcano there. Um, there's a dive site. There's dolphins, sharks, and turtles, and there's underwater mountains. So it's like the right environment for her. So um, I liked exploring that about her character and how she wanted to be more isolated than she already was. That was her fix to become more isolated as a way to deal with, abandonment and being taken to the academy at a young age. Again, the Mami Wata are revered in Cowrie and Cascadia, so they already knew her family, and it was probably the safest place she could have been given everything that's happening in the story. Um, the way that the Mami Wata are being sold and how there's no like protection for them, even though they are the founding daughters. Like Sela is the one of the founding daughters. They still deal with a lot of the issues that the rest of the Mami Wata face, which is the risk of them being like captured and um, they're being used for different experiments and products and services and things like that. And so her being at this academy is probably the safest thing for her. This is a scene with Jane, and now just thinking about like how she shows up and
is like the only person that's willing to put a smile on um Sela's face because nobody really makes her laugh. And so that's like the thing that they connect over. She's like, what? Like, who's this? Like, it's just this little storyboard scene. And then they actually end up bonding and getting along and having a good time. Yes, my sketches look really weird. I am fully aware. um, Even the stuff that I've done for other clients, my sketches look real rough. Uh, it's really just exploring and playing around and kind of getting an idea for the energy of the scene. But yeah, this is a scene where Jane's like um try to help her to not itch so much because when they shed, they don't shed properly. The old skin sticks to the new skin, and so this is Jane like putting the stuff on her skin, the salve, and then this is a betrayal. This is not Sela and Jane. This is somebody else. Who is it? I won't tell you because this is gonna be a little mini thing that I write for you guys. But Sela's heartbroken because she's like, I thought you were my friend or something more. I thought we were friends. Mm, oops. Yep. And then that's Sela, all sad, and she just runs away because she doesn't know what she wants to say to her. And then she drops the chocolates that she purchased from La Serena, which is the chocolatier and pastries in Cary, world famous. And then that's kind of it. Oh, this is different. Spoiler, I guess. I have another drama that I'm working on. I'll share this very briefly. So Markov is like I don't even know how to describe this. Hold on. I have to bring up my notes to describe it. Let's see here. Markov is something that I think it's a little spicier than what Song of Wata is, put it that way. Um, Trying to find my. Okay, so Markov is. Oh, I guess it's not here. Okay, hold on. I have it. I have the thing I wanted to share. I have to find it though, because I literally found it today. I almost feel like I don't want to stream this on my LinkedIn. Okay, I will. I will. I'll save this for the Twitch for Twitch. But yeah, this is a thing. It's a different thing. It's a different thing than what Song of Water is, and it's no relation to Song of Water, and it's just different, but it's something curious. So back to this. Um, this is something that I was really interested in exploring. I don't know if I'm gonna make this into like an animatic or like a little motion, little SFX, a little VFX. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Um, but something a little bonus thing for you guys while I relax and wait on you know chapters 1 through 9 as I work on chapter 10 to release and take myself a break and just make something like animatic wise. I think it'll be cool. So I was always afraid of sharing my art with others, right? Um, and I would say the thing that encouraged me to go forward was like my mentors was my friends, and this video that I read or that I watched from Anna Akana, her video, and she talks about a painting. Again, this is not LinkedIn friendly. I'm gonna not post this conversation. The reason I streamed to LinkedIn is because I think it helps with visibility, and I think it helps other um, new entry level artists find me because I am a professional artist and author. So I think it's a fun way for them to find me. Um, but like I said, there's some conversations that are not good for the LinkedIn algorithm, and I don't think talking about certain things on here is a good idea. So I'm gonna leave that for YouTube and Twitch. But anyway, watching her video helped me realize that you should treat what you create as an experiment because you can always make it better. And so from that advice, I decided to start posting. And like I said, my sketches look really bad, right? Like they don't look very good. Um, but that's the point, right? Like with this one, with this final one, like this one looks great, right? Like it look to me, it looks great. But initially, it did not look very good. Um, and I I spent a lot of time looking at Japanese and Korean artists and how they get things done and how things are done. This completely went a completely different direction. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to do a lot of different things with this one. But see, even like how I draw and stuff, right? Like it doesn't always look very good, but it looks better as I refine it. And then there's something about when I stop trying to do that and I do this looser stuff that it just looks better. Obviously, um, I can fix the anatomy, I can fix things, I can do all those things, but I like this looser style. There's something about it that seems to work really well and that I feel like it captures the emotions because I can always go back and refine it. But I just really liked that part of it. And I was like, okay, if I can share these little looser sketches with people, then maybe that's a good place to start. But then I was like, well, do I want people to see my process or do I just want to share a final step? So I want to see, um, I just started sharing my art like um, as greeting cards because it was a thing that people could objectively buy. And then I felt like because if they're going to buy it, then they see some value in it. And that was the case. But the moment I put a dollar amount on my art, the more confident I felt to share it because people found a monetary value in it, and that helped me feel comfortable to share even the free stuff. So this is the thumbnail for chapter 8. And so I'm just looking at her tail, I'm like, huh, way more, a little more fish-like than I would have liked. It was all right. Um, and so the advice I would tell my past self is that it's okay to feel um, afraid to try stuff and to share what you want the world. And then probably the best way to do it is to just make it marketable and digestible for people. So if they don't know what to do with this, put it in a card and a story on the back, then people know what to do with it. So I had to change the way that people can understand my stuff. So I changed it to a greeting card because the art itself wasn't doing anything. Once I changed it to a greeting card, it changed how people perceived my art and perceived the value, and it helped me realize I had a marketable product that people wanted to buy, but there wasn't any way for them to grasp onto the idea of what it is that I was doing. And so from that moment where I can't keep living like this, I want to sell my art. I want to make money off my work. I want to be a best-selling, nationally award-winning author artist. I want to create work for nonprofits. And I also want to create work for my own indie brand, Nakia Shade's Masala Fiction Dramas, which is on YouTube. And if you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do so. You can hit the notification bell for when a new video drops when I go live, and for when the next chapter of Song of Wata
Act One airs. And so I took that opportunity when I believe it was through the Washington County Art Alliance. We had our event, like a demo, and I had printed the cards like the month before, the same month, really. Like, all right, I'm gonna make greeting cards. And so I did. And actually, it wasn't even my idea. It was a lady that was visiting me, and she's like, you should make greeting cards out of this. This would be great. I was like, wow, okay. So because of her, I decided to make these greeting cards, and you know, now, you know, I have one, two, three, and a fourth one. This fourth one, I have these greeting cards, and people love them. These are literally the last four greeting cards that I have in the stack. Like that's all I got. And so it was scary for sure. I had spent a lot of time online and observing and researching like how people interact with different kind of content that's out there, and then I had to like create like a boundary with myself where it was like that's not my responsibility and that's not my job to make people um have like a happy experience. And by that I mean it's like critics don't matter. Like as long as I made a product and I'm satisfied with it and it's marketing to the people that want it, that's what like really matters. Um, Anything outside of that or anything beyond that doesn't really matter because I can't control that stuff. So I had to like learn to let go of control and learn to accept myself for how I want to show up with my brand and in my business. And one of my favorite indie studios is Glitch, who makes the amazing digital circus, and I just love how they use the merch and YouTube. And I'm like, all right, I'm sure they're spending over $1 million in marketing. I'm almost positive they've over $1 million, at the very minimum of money, $1 million in marketing. And so it was just like, but I see how they create content and they use the BTS as like ways to drive the creators into their work get more views, and then it's just a smart way that they're marketing stuff. So I'm learning from them, the best ways to share my every aspect of what I do with you guys, so that you're interested and invested in all parts of the story, whether it's the final story or if it's the process to get there. And this was chapter 7. Yeah, I was talking about how I really was totally into Uptown Girls, and I really love this movie. And Sela was like a good fit for like Brittany Murphy's like how she looked, and I just really appreciated how she looked, and just like her aesthetic in that movie was like reminding me of Sheila in a lot of ways. Dealing with a lot of different emotions and not sure how to process them. Yeah, so that's how this season episode 7 chapter 7 worked out. I want to see if I could find chapter. Yeah, this is chapter 1. Oh my god. So that's how I got over this fear of sharing with you guys by creating greeting cards. That was the biggest way how I got over that. Um, the strength I would lean on now is it takes time. Oh, I love photo bashing. But I don't know if you guys know. I love to take photos when I go on nature walks and stuff. So I photo bash them. And photo bashing isn't just, oh, take a picture and put it in there. Like I reworked this photo. I don't know if you could tell, but look what we started with was that.
I start with that. And the final product looks very different than that. I added more flowers. I added more texture, more light. There's more variance there. I love photo bashing. It saves a lot of time. So that's a technique I would recommend to you all as a professional. Photo bashing saves time. Photo bashing is also great for when you're in the storyboarding phase when you need to add, you need to depict like a background or a character or something like a placeholder. It works really well for that as well. So string out lean on is to be patient, be persistent, and to try different things. I think I was trying to animate here. I still haven't found a good way to animate. I still don't know what I'm doing. I need help with that. If anyone knows, like I look up different animators on YouTube, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be honest. I think this is the one. This is the old version of this chapter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, actually, sure, it's that one. This is like my sessions all start out really funky, but I would love to know more about how to animate on my art. Because AI hasn't been a really good way of animating, at least not the way I want it to be animated. I feel like I do a lot of traditional stuff, but I don't have the programs for that at the moment. So I'm always like, I actually like testing indie products. I like testing them out. I like seeing what could work. Because sometimes they offer solutions that the like Adobe doesn't think of. So I always kind of like testing that out and seeing what will happen. Um. Oh. Okay. And the other thing I would tell myself is, oh, it's not done yet. Not done yet. Is to don't personalize things, rejection or objections, because what you want matters just as much as what people are going to pay for. And I think with indie, like I'm learning that like people want, a specific kind of experience. And if you try to like sterilize that experience into what the market wants, which is really just what's popular and trendy, which people create, then you're going to lose a lot of that like personality. So I like my art. It's definitely not like standard type of art. And this is the final one, by the way. It looks way better. This is probably my favorite thumbnail. Chapter two's thumbnail is like my absolute favorite. I don't know. I don't know how to capture this. There's a little bit of photo bashing in here. I just love her expression. It's so horrible. Like it looks so good. I did real good. And this one is three. Chapter three. I don't know this one. Again, super, super sketchy. And like you're really building up emotions. You're playing on the auction, the bidders, um, the moonstone, and then I had asked for input from one of my friends, another writer, and I just had to change her expression, and that changed everything. Yeah, I really went hard on this one. Like this one, I like this. Probably my second favorite one, too. This thumbnail really emphasizes like Niambe is done with it all. She's done. She's gonna make this work for her. He's gonna flip the script. Yeah, and that's kind of it. But it's so interesting how it looks so bad. In the beginning, it looks like this. It's like, what the hell is that? And then, like, it looks like that in the end. Oh man. Okay, wait. The one that's the most jarring is this one. 4 through 6 jarring, y'all. I don't even. Okay, look. Rizan Dean looks old, right? Like, but I could not know his face. His face was so hard to figure out. Until this moment, I'm still like, that like his face needs to look a certain way, and I don't know. And it's just like I'm struggling to figure it out. And then the pose looked creepy because I didn't want her to look like this was the wrong energy of the pose. So I wanted it to look better. And then I did some photo bashing and I had this really pretty photo I took in the park. I was like, wait a second, this needs to be a Bollywood moment. This needs to be her love fantasy. So it moved from being creepy slowly to a love fantasy. And then that changed the whole way that the whole chapter 4 through 6 are interpreted because it's her love fantasy. I struggle with her skin tone. Like I said, I'm always learning more about like color theory and color and stuff like that. So I wasn't 100% sure on, you know, if the tone's gonna be really really warm or really cold. I wasn't sure. Yeah, he still looks messed up. It took me a long time to figure out his face. He looked real messed up. Like every time I tried to sketch him or draw him, it did not look good. And then once I started photo bashing, I was like, but the pose was still creepy because he looks he's an old guy, man. He done he's not handsome. Okay, sprinkle sprinkle if you know what's up, you know. Otherwise, yeah. So now, and this seems looking a little better. And it's pretty much the final version of him, but it took me like so many times just to get it right. Naomi looks a little bit like Madhuri Dixit in this one. She's a well-known Bollywood actress. I was like, am I referencing Madhuri Dixit? But I guess I was in a way. So I was trying to get like old school vibes. And I love using these brushes with Procreate because they have texture and a little texture. And the reason I like digital collages because it's just so much easier for me to get done. And I can just get these, I can whip these thumbnails out in like an hour or 2 hours and we're good to go. So that's what this looks like. And then, you know, now he looks less creepy and this looks more of like a loving couple instead of something completely different. But it took me time to get there. Mm, I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh yeah, coloring page. I feel like I don't talk about this one enough. I really like how this turned out, you guys. I feel like I don't talk about it enough. I don't know why I don't talk about this enough. Creating this coloring page, um, was it was it what's the original look like? Yeah, this is the original, the coloring page, which is a download. I think this one is October or December or November. But this is the original coloring page. And this is my colored version of it. I think it looks good. Like, I like it a lot. Um, I always read about this coloring page for some reason because this is what I really learned about like how to make her hair with like the roses and really like capture that. like soft bouquet kind of look. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, I love how this turned out. I think it looks great. I have another coloring page that's up to Sela, but I won't share it because it's not ready yet, and that's a different chapter. So this is chapter like 4 through 6, and so I haven't revealed the next one that you guys will get a chance to see. And then this one is of Sela and Niambe, and I completely forgot about this one actually. It's been a while. But this is one I love. This one. This is more of like their Mami Wata forms with like all the kind of henna-y tattoos and just like the tail, snake-like tail. And it looks good. It looks real good. I like this a lot. It was like so pretty. Like, ooh, she's so shiny. And she's a little thicker on the thick side nowadays. So I like that. I like being able to do that. But yeah, this is good for like next month or something. I'm gonna explore other things that they're kind of freebies, they all like downloadables and things of that nature. Um, that I can add to the tier, the other higher tiers that you guys would like. So I'm at the end of the stream. I want to remind you guys that my greeting cards are available at Bold Coffee and Books. These are the ones that I have left for the giveaway. The giveaway ends tomorrow. So if you want these, feel free to enter the giveaway. To enter the giveaway, it's very quite simple. Follow me on socials and join tier 2 of my school community, and you'll be drawn to um, win one of these greeting cards. This is this one's coloring page, and you can get this in my school community as well. And just to recap the log line of Song of Wata, and it's really about their journey on revenge and their journey of revenge and the outcome of it. So I'm really excited to get into Act 2 with you guys. And again, my name is Nakia Shade. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, click the notification bell, follow my development vlog on my development blog on LinkedIn, where I share little bits and tips and tricks of what I do, as well as I stream videos like this on my LinkedIn. I stream videos like this on YouTube, on Twitch, and on my Facebook as well. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. And I look forward to introducing Act 2 to you all this year. All right. Thanks so much.